can I jump in with a question here? The it's rattling around in my head, so I want to ask and see what you think. Oftentimes, when I think about transformation, especially on the human side of transformation, one of the topics that's always on my mind is psychological resistance, and that may be casting this too narrow. It may be more than just psychological resistance. In this case, what I'm anticipating, and I could be wrong, and that's why I really want to hear your thoughts on this. The resistance comes from maybe one that's more experiential in its origin. People who had that brick and mortar, that in-person, face-to-face customer experience, sort of foundation, now moving into a completely virtual world. I want to be kind here, but some people just didn't get it.
That's correct. That's correct. Some people didn't get it, and those sometimes were exited because they were not able to adapt to the new world, or not willing to adapt to the new world.
I think the way you said that is actually right. What it comes down to, the remedy to the resistance, again, whether it's psychological or something else, is really adaptability. What is the adaptability of the individual? What is the adaptability of the organization? How did you assess and approach, identifying those folks that just simply weren't going to make this transition?
So, as part of that leadership agenda, which was quite massive, and there were many more than just a leadership institute involved in that leadership agenda. Number one, there was a definition of a leadership competency model. How do we define the leaders within Majid Futem, and who are those leaders that we want for the future of the organization? So that was the first piece of work that had taken place. And then following that definition of who are the leaders that we want within the organization, then it was embedded in our talent acquisition processes. It was embedded into our talent management processes, into our learning processes, into our performance management processes. One of the dimensions of the leadership model is to drive innovation, for instance, is to deliver results, is to shape the future. So those dimensions were embedded. So those dimensions of the transformation were embedded into the leadership model that became the blueprint for the HR processes to bring in the right leaders that have the right mindset and the right competencies, and also to measure our current leaders against that benchmark and see how we can help them sometimes, but also who are the ones that are performing the best according to that definition of leadership that we had.